Shuga back again for another film review, and today's feature is Candyman, playing in theaters now and only in theaters. And here's all Shuga has to say about that. Candyman tells the story of Anthony, a Chicago-based painter looking for his next big idea to get his creative juices flowing. Well, he encounters the story of Candyman, which then hooks him and then takes him on this journey to uncover the truth behind the myth and the legend that we have known all these years about Candyman. This film is written and directed by Nina DaCosta. This is her second full-length film, and it also stars in his first full-length film, being the full-fledged lead star, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, as the role of Anthony. We also have some superb co-stars in the film. Coleman Domingo, who I always love to see because he does a wonderful job supporting the lead. He did a wonderful job playing William Burke on the sidelines. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but he did an exceptional job crafting the crazy that we needed in this film. One thing about Coleman, he knows how to bolster, he knows how to support the lead. So when you need an extra little sprinkle of seasoning, that's what he can do. He knows how to turn on that extra heat so that you can sparkle, and that's what he did for Yahya in this film. In addition to Coleman, we have Tiana Paris, who played Yahya's partner, the role of Brianna. She did a very good job as well. So this film was like a continuation of the original Candyman and a reboot remixed in one. It gave more of a contemporary spin on the film that we know, which was very timely. So you have themes in there like police brutality, gentrification, black appropriation, which would be something that Jordan Peele would bring to us. And what was clever in the writing is it took the Candyman urban legend and made it relevant. And you also see how, number one, something becomes an urban legend and just the roots of where it stems from. So that was creative and interesting. So let me talk about the things that I did like. So this film is not a scary film, although, and that's the spoiler for you. So although it's listed as thriller, if you're going in there for the thrills and chills that you find in the original Candyman, you will not receive it in there. However, I will commend her directing, because to direct a thriller is a particular skill set. So where she lacked in that skill, she gave us a really stylized film. I appreciated all of her framing. She decided to drive the story forward with some wonderful concepts in framing and stylized cinematography. So instead of being scared to death, you appreciated the framing and things that she chose to use in order to really push the story forward. She also played up heavy. The gore wasn't as turn up as it was in the original film, but the sound design, in addition to the creative cinematography, did help to bring that twisted effect that you needed, interlaced with all of those political, social themes that were driving forward. I saw that good NYU education, that's where she went to school, full display and at work. So I enjoyed that. The film ran for 90 minutes, and due to her creative directing, it didn't lag, which is always wonderful for me because I can't stand a film that feels like it's never going to end. So that I did appreciate. What I did not necessarily enjoy was Yahya's performance. Yahya has leading man looks, we all know that. But sometimes Yahya can fall a little flat. He did do a good job as best as he can. I could tell he was really committed. But you know what? Yahya still needs a little bit more seasoning, in my opinion, to really hit But that's when Coleman came in and really gave him that extra support he needed in his scenes. As you will see when you go see the film and you give me your opinion, Coleman really drives the story forward. He really gives us the twisted crazy that we need to feel like, yes, we are back in the Candyman realm and land. I also would have appreciated a good score, like some sort of thematic music to let me know that Candyman was right around the corner. What I appreciated about the first one, which I had to rewatch because I forgot, I haven't watched that film since I was a little girl. I appreciated the driving theme, which was Helen's song in the film. That creepy piano track always made your skin crawl, like you always knew that something was lurking in the darkness, and that helped to push the story forward. She decided to opt out and not have a brilliant score, but you know what? I still enjoyed her directing. Another thing that I would have enjoyed, she gave us a few storylines that wasn't quite fleshed out. So there was, and I want to give it away, there was a storyline from Brianna's character that was very interesting and hooked the audience immediately, but we did not get a chance to really learn more about it. Now, I don't know, well, yes, it's probably intentional. I don't know if she left that to the interpretation of the audience, and I don't know if that's a teaser for us for the second film, which I sincerely hope not, but you know, nowadays in franchises, you just gotta keep that joint going. And if so, I'll be curious to learn more about that story. The ending was interesting. I did like that we saw a cameo from the original Candyman, but overall, I give this film a C. It was good for what it was worth, but it would have been nice to have my heart palpitate just a little bit. I would have liked to have been shook just as I wondered who was around the corner, but I did not have that opportunity. I took a small survey after I left the theater because I always like to take a temperature of the audience just to see if I know what I'm talking about and see how people enjoyed the film. Overall, people said it was okay. They said they appreciated it for what it was worth, but they themselves would have liked to have felt some scare, as it is a thriller. For 90 minutes, it was still okay. Not a memorable experience. I wasn't bored to death. And I guess overall, that's always great if you can go to the theater and feel like, well, it was what it was, and that was all right. If you do happen to see the film, please let me know in your comments below. I'm ever so curious. And that's about all Shuga has to say about that.